So we explore the various net zero methodologies available within the market. So what we have here is there are a number of net zero targets, and we explore the various net zero targets. So by comparison, you have the science-based target initiative, which is one of the science-based target net zero. You have other initiatives like the Race to Zero campaign. You have the international standards, ISO standard, and you have the United Nations net zero, and you have the new climate net zero, and there is a host of other net zero initiatives as well. So these are the some of the main net zero targets. So on the left, we see in comparison, again, please explore this link to get the details of this comparison. But this is just to highlight that the various net zeros, you can compare them in terms of the emission scope 1, 2, and 3. And then there is a new scope 4 upcoming as well. And then in terms of interim targets, can be compared the 1.5 degrees and aligned emissions reduction, transition plans, and offsetting. Which of these net zero allow offsetting and which doesn't? So as we can see here, in some instances, the science-based target doesn't allow some of the offsetting, whereas others would allow the offsetting. So again, this is just to highlight that yes, there are a number of net zero methodologies out there from various organizations, but the key thing is to note that there are individual differences in the level of ambition and offsetting and emissions as well. So further comparison, when we focus on the 1.5 degree aligned emissions reduction, comparing the various net zero methodologies, the United Nations expert group, the ISO net zero guidelines, the Race to Zero, the science-based target initiative net zero standard, the corporate climate responsibility monitor, and other initiatives. Then we can see from comparison the recommendation regarding aligning with 1.5 degrees pathway, the reduction for credible net zero, the various requirements, and then any specific requirements for complying with the 1.5 degrees C ambition. So we can see there are fundamental differences. So for example, here it says yes for the SBTI, but it's not specified for the others as well. So we can see the fundamental differences between the various net zero shown in this source document. Again, further in this document, we can see further comparisons, reduction targets to 2030, the fossil for phase out, for example, the SBTI doesn't specify, but other net zero targets do specify the phase out, and then the final part in terms of aligning the lobbying and advocacy. So further on, we explore in terms of offsetting emissions with carbon credits. Then we consider fundamental differences. SBTI doesn't allow offsetting to achieve interim emissions, but the Race to Zero recommends in terms of prioritization.